How's it going, everybody? RazingHel here, and welcome back to another episode of Don't Starve Together MODlight, where I try to showcase some of the more interesting mods that I've come across in the past couple of weeks or so. So today we're going to be taking a look at a mod called Safe Chest and Safe IceBox. Not the most compelling of titles, but this is certainly an interesting mod. So the mod itself was created by YK11 and the Ghost, but they go here in the mod, they're going by Eric Tsai and YKL. Now this mod is sort of a mod of another mod that was called Safe Chest mod. So what Safe Chest and Safe IceBox obviously does is it adds the armored equivalents of a safe refrigerator and a safe chest. The original mod was only a safe chest, so this one adds a refrigerator. In addition to that, the original only used the scaled chest artwork because there was no original artwork for it, but this one has original artwork. So I'm just going to go ahead and resume the world and then sort of demonstrate how it works. Okay, so here we are in the world currently. This is just a little base setup to demonstrate. So right here we have our regular containers. This is an IceBox and this is a chest, and you'll notice that when Wilson opens them up, he says this is not a safe container. So since he's hungry, let's just eat something to shut him up. But here's the safe IceBox. If we open that up, he says its owner is me, and the same thing with the safe chest over here. He says its owner is me. Now, how these work is by making them very durable versus players who did not build it. So in other words, for me, I can go ahead and I can hammer this thing down relatively quickly, like that. So I think it took about 5 hits to hammer it down. But for other players or for enemy bosses, like even enemy mobs, are just going to have a much more difficult time tearing them down. So it is certainly possible for an enemy player to get into it. It's just, it would take a lot of hammers to do so. Now, when it comes to actually crafting these things, there are a couple of options in the menu that basically involved a couple of changes here. So you could either have it where these are available from the start, or that they have to be crafted at an ancient pseudoscience station. In my case, I think it just makes more sense to allow them to be crafted from the very start. And you'll find the safe chest in the structures tab, much as you would the regular chest. And you'll find the safe IceBox in the food tab, just under the original IceBox. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to build another chest because, well, a safe chest because I tore that one down. Another interesting thing about these is that they're actually bigger. So they have an additional 3 slots over a standard size chest. So instead of 9 slots, they have 12. But I was really interested in actually showing you what it's like when another player comes along, and just to show you what it is when they have to interact with it, right? Okay, so here you have a new player joining the world, and as you can see, you know, they can open up the regular chest. So we'll give ourselves a few hammers because obviously we want to try to tear the secure chests down. In addition to this, like, we have our IceBox, and obviously we can open it up and eat out of it, right? But then when it comes to like the safe IceBox, we can click on that, and you'll notice it says it's locked, can be only opened by the player name who built it. As you can see, in my case, it's me, RazingHel. And the same thing goes for the safe. Obviously, can't open those. However, you say, well, let's just smash it down, right? Well, not so quick. It's going to take quite a bit to actually smash this thing down. So as you can see here, we're currently using a hammer to do it. When I used Wilson, it took about 5 hammerings to actually bring it down. As this other player, you'll notice that it's not coming down at all, right? We're burning through this hammer relatively quickly, and the chest is staying right there. Like, he can really wail away at it, and nothing happens to the chest. Okay, that's 1 hammer down, and we'll just keep hammering away. Now, according to the documentation, it's going to take a total of 10 hammers for a player who didn't build the chest to hammer it down. So basically, if I was using this character and I came across the chest built by the Wilson character, it would take me a total of 10 hammers I'd have to go through to bring it all the way down. You can do the math on that, however it adds up, but you know, it just takes a very long time. And the application I really see for this, a mod like this, is not necessarily to lock everything up, but occasionally you'll have some loot that you just don't want any random person to come along and take, right? So I think it is a really good option just to have a very expensive kind of chest that allows you just to tuck away the things that you hold most dear and that you don't want anybody touching, really. I'm not sure the cost, maybe the cost could be rebalanced a little bit, because I think it is maybe a little bit cheap considering how powerful it is and how many slots it gives you. But I just love the option of having that, because so many times you'll come across, especially in public servers, where I just don't feel comfortable taking much of my stuff out of my backpack, because I know people are just going to come along and take it and then use it very poorly on their own. And that comes from somebody who uses their own goods poorly. You know, I just am not interested in that. So that's why I really love this mod, and this is like one of those mods that I think absolutely should be in Don't Starve Together. Lots of other multiplayer games that sort of have this similar survival theme to it. Like most recently, I was playing 7 Days to Die a lot. That's another survival game, and everybody can have their own containers. You know, they can lock them, they can add a password to them if they want to share them with somebody else. And I just think Don't Starve Together, while they do tout the togetherness aspect to it quite a lot, I think it could be so much better if it actually had these lockable sort of containers in it in the base game. I think that would definitely be a welcome improvement. But that's just my opinion. I mean, we're all out of hammers, so I guess that means that we're all out of an episode. But that gives you a pretty good idea of what this mod is about. It basically involves locking people out of your chests, so that way you can protect something of yours, and Wolfgang just can't come along and raid your icebox. So once again, that was Safe Chest and Safe Icebox mod by YK11 and the Ghost. As always, the links to the Steam Workshop page for any of the mods that I've covered in these episodes will be located in the description below this video. If you enjoyed the mod, go ahead and thank their creator for taking the time out of their, I'm sure, busy schedule to create it and share it with the world. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.